Could iPhones get more expensive because of Trump's China tariffs? A new round of tariffs introduced by former President Donald Trump is raising big questions about the future price of iPhones in the US. The tariffs target Chinese-made imports, and with many popular gadgets like phones, laptops, and smartwatches being made in China, experts warn this could push prices significantly higher, especially for Apple's flagship product. How the tariffs could hit iPhone prices. Trump's latest move imposes a steep 125% tariff on goods coming in from China, part of his push to bring more manufacturing jobs back to the US. But for companies like Apple, who rely heavily on Chinese factories for production, this policy could be a costly problem. iPhones are mostly assembled in China, and analysts say the increased costs from the tariffs could either shrink Apple's profit margins or be passed directly on to consumers. If it's the latter, we could see a major jump in prices. One estimate suggests the iPhone 16 Pro Max, 256GB, could leap from $1,199 to $1,999 if tariffs are fully passed on. Apple's game plan: look beyond China. To soften the blow, Apple is already taking steps to diversify its production. Two countries in particular, India and Vietnam, have emerged as key alternatives. India, Apple has ramped up iPhone production in India and is now shipping hundreds of tons of devices from there to the US via chartered cargo planes. This helps the company sidestep Chinese tariffs for at least a portion of its US supply. Vietnam. Apple is also shifting production of other products, like MacBooks and AirPods, to Vietnam. Suppliers like Luxshare are investing big money, up to $330 million more in one facility alone, to support this effort and make key components for Apple's devices. Why moving production isn't easy. Shifting manufacturing away from China is a smart long-term strategy, but it comes with some major challenges: cost and time. According to analysts, moving just 10% of Apple's supply chain to the US could take 3 years and cost around $30 billion. That kind of transition could cause big disruptions. Skilled labor and regulations. Countries like India and Vietnam are attractive because they're close to Asia's tech supply networks and have growing economies. Still, concerns over labor laws, technical expertise, and intellectual property remain hurdles. A temporary reprieve, but for how long? In a twist, Trump recently announced a 90-day pause on some of these new tariffs, including those targeting Chinese imports. That's given companies like Apple a bit of breathing room, but only for now. The pause doesn't offer much clarity on what comes next, leaving companies unsure how to plan for the future. For Apple, the next few months are critical. If tariffs return in full force, it could dramatically reshape the company's pricing, production, and global strategy.